you all with us on this beautiful morning for this beautiful occasion here in Charles City County. My heart is overjoyed, and I don't know if I'll be able to even stand the grand opening because the groundbreaking is, I'm like elated right now. But I am just so appreciative that all of you are here, and I want to welcome you on behalf of our Board of Supervisors, our Chairman, Mr. William Coda. I don't know if he's Boss Hog or J.R. Ewing today, but he has his cowboy hat.
You're going to regret those comments.
I probably will. We have our Vice Chairman, Mr. Byron Atkins, representing District 3. And then we also have Mr. Smith gives his regards. He's taking care of his wife this morning, but he sends his comments to us this morning, thanking us for this opportunity. I would be remiss if I did not recognize our other elected officials. We have our Commissioner of Revenue, Ms. Denise Smith, is here this morning. We have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joppy, is with us this morning. Thank you, Dr. Joppy. We have our Sheriff, he's on guard in the back. Sheriff Alan Jones is with us this morning. So we are excited to have you all with us. And I do want to introduce our team members for this project. We have Betty and Bruce Howard that's with us this morning. We have Ken with Epic. Epic. I never can pronounce it correctly. Also, we have Kevin with the John Randolph Foundation. So thank you all for being with us this morning. We appreciate you. And I did miss, for charge my head, not my heart, I didn't see you come in. Our Clerk of Circuit Court, Miss Victoria Cox, is with us this morning. So let's give all our contributors a round of applause. We're excited that we're able to have some great partners for this food pantry project. Of course, Bruce Howard Contracting, and I'll tell the story in a little bit, and I'm so excited. I want to hurry up and get this done so I can see the new addition to the family. But Bruce and Betty's grandson is joining us. But Bruce and Betty Howard are our contributors, as well as S-Power, our solar plant that's here, and Department of Housing and Community Development. And so they joined us and partnered with us to get this project done here in Charles City County, and we could not be more excited. So just to give you a little brief history about how did we get here? How did we get where everybody's sitting in chairs this morning, facing what is now just like some woods, but in about 6 or 8 months from now, we'll see some groundbreaking, right? So about 9 years ago, Mr. Coda, Mr. Floyd Miles, and Gilbert Smith were on the Board of Supervisors, and I went to them and I said, guys, I would love to put a food pantry in Charles City because other neighboring jurisdictions were telling us how they are serving our community. And I was told no. I don't like no. Okay, if you know me, you know I don't like when people tell me no. That just makes me work harder to get a yes, okay? So I told them that this is definitely something that's needed, but at that time it wasn't our priority, okay? But a no is not a denial, okay? It's just a delay. And so, don't you like that, Mr. Cody? You're laughing. It's not a denial, it's just a delay. And so let's fast forward to 2020. COVID-19 hits, the pandemic that nobody knew what was going on, and it struck our community just like the rest of the nation, right? And so I'm at home, and my emergency staff, Chief Johnson, Major Comer, we're all trying to figure this thing out called COVID-19. And I get a phone call from Miss Betty Howard. Now, everybody knows Bruce Howard Contracting. We hear Bruce Howard all the time, right? But you should know behind every great man is a greater woman, correct? Everybody, all the women would agree, right?
Yeah.
So I get a call from Betty, and she says, Michelle, Bruce and I were talking, and we want to do something for Charles City. Not that they don't do a lot already. And I said, okay, what are you thinking? She says, well, we want to help people get food in the community during this pandemic. And I said, okay, what are you thinking? And she tells me, she says, well, we want to donate $100,000. I passed out. Okay. So after I woke up, I was like, oh, okay, great. Wow, okay. And so then we talked to DHCD, which this is their first project in doing this. Usually they're known for housing or other projects. And so they said, well, you all can write a grant. And so we wrote the grant. Dr. Russell is not here. She's out on medical leave. But we wrote a grant for $500,000, and we secured the funding. So this is the first food pantry that DHCD is funding right here in Charles City. Right, Trip? Isn't that exciting? so we get the funding, and it is a match. We have to, in order to get state funding, there's also a local match. And in the process, we were just, elated. And so we said we needed to turn around something relatively quickly. And so I said, well, I know in visiting with Bruce and Betty at their office, it's a manufactured building. So I said, well, let's go talk to them and see how to do this, right? I have a vision. I'm a visionary, but logistics is not my thing. I'm like, I don't know how to get it done. I could just have the idea. And so we went to the Howard's location. And so in that conversation, they changed their mind about their donation. And I was like, she said, well, we want to do $300,000. I passed out again, okay, in my mind. I walked out of the office and I said, God, one day I'm going to have that same problem where I can just give money and be a blessing to somebody. So we're excited that they partner with us. And then to start the process, I don't know anything about food pantries. I don't know anything about logistics, but I know what needs to happen. And so we went to John Randolph Foundation, and we were so excited that we received $40,000 from the John Randolph Foundation to hire Miss Paula Cotman. Paula, can you wave your hand? Let's give her a round of applause. And so they gave us the money to bring on staff who's setting up everything, who's doing all of the legwork. And we're just excited that people in our community, are excited. And so we have another partner, which is S-Power, which, we can't disclose their amount at this time, but they gave a substantial amount as well. So I can say to build a $1.1 million building, it's only costing Charles City County $200,000. I think that deserves a round of applause. Mr. Coda's just laughing. He's making a whole lot of notes over here, guys.
You wait till I get to the microphone.
So we're excited that today is a good day because you know what? What's most important is that we serve the citizens of Charles City County. We serve them well. We give them the quality of life that not only they want, but that they deserve. Right. From our fire and EMS to our sheriff's department to, being a resource for food. And we just can't thank our partners enough. And so when we started this quest and we put out a bid and we awarded our contract to Epic Construction out of the 757 Newport News, the Norfolk Newport News area. So they are going to be building the structure. And we're excited that we can offer not only quality food, it'll have a kitchen. So at some point we can offer hot food. And then my vision is that we have a community garden, because that component in Charles City is gone. Okay, everybody thinks of Charles City, oh, what farms do you have here? We don't. You can't go farm to table here in Charles City County, a real rural area. And so we just know that a community garden, now, I might get a denial on that one too, but we'll try it. But I think that would be we will come full circle. I'm making you look good.
You look bad. Talking about we deny it.
You do. But that is the vision, and that is the history behind how we got here today. So 9 years later, a year later, we are now going from a phone call to breaking ground, and I think that is exciting. In our partnership, we've developed a new partnership. Mr. Barrow could not be here, but Community Transformers, they are our nonprofit organization that's partnering with the Pantry. And so for those older adults or individuals who are homebound, we will even have a delivery service where Community Transformers will deliver the meals right to their doors. Good. And so we are trying to think of everything. So if you have any ideas, talk to Paula, because I'm just a vision. I'm going to the next project, okay? So it's exciting for me that this month we're breaking ground on the food pantry. Next month, the Dollar General on 106 breaks ground. And then the following month, hopefully after this event, we're leaving to Williamsburg, the breaking of the fire station. So to have 3 groundbreakings in 1 quarter or in the first 6 months of the year for a county our size, I think we can give the Board of Supervisors a round of applause. That's right. I stand in ovation, right, Ms. Robinson? Yeah, now I'm sucking up because I don't know what you're going to say, y'all. But that's how we got here. And so at this time, this pantry will be held, and this is District 3. So we want to have remarks from our District 3 representative, Mr. Byron Atkins. Mr. Atkins.